Good evening, Professor Willer and fellow classmates. A society in which consumption has to be artificially stimulated in order to keep production going is a society founded on trash and waste, and such a society is a house built upon sand. This is a quotation from Dorothy L. Sayers, which is found on page 17 of Garbology, Our Dirty Love Affair with Trash, written by Edward Humes. In this speech, I will explain Americans' attitudes toward waste and relay my own experiences in an industry which creates a vast amount of waste. Why are we so wasteful in America? The answer is we're driven by consumerism. In America, the more we can buy, the better we feel about ourselves. And the more we consume, the more waste we create. We are advertised to nonstop. We're always being told we need to buy this new gadget or that new gadget. And the reality is, we don't have room for all these gadgets, so we get these new gadgets and we throw the old gadgets away. As indicated by Ms. Sayers' quote, our economy is dependent on people being wasteful. As I said, the companies want you to purchase new things, which requires you to get rid of your old things. We're also in a society of excess. We've grown accustomed to having more than we need, so we don't worry about discarding things. My personal experience with waste, I work as a cook at a school, and I serve meals to between 80 and 100 children every day. In my field, food waste is often unavoidable because of health regulations. If we serve food, then we can't keep that food if it's not kept at a certain temperature. So we have to have food waste. The key is being able to minimize that waste. We also have a lot of waste from paper goods. We try to recycle as much as possible, but because the school is a for-profit school, cost is definitely a factor. So instead of maybe some paper items that could be recycled, we often use styrofoam, which is cheaper. Another issue for our school is packaging. I try to buy in bulk as much as possible, but the issue with packaging, bulk versus individual size, is often an issue of convenience. It's much cheaper and it's much better for our environment to buy in bulk, but oftentimes it's a lot easier to buy the individual packages. I was shocked to learn that 25% of waste in landfills is in containers and packaging, and 19.5% is food waste. That makes me think about how much waste I'm creating in my job, but also at home. Reading the facts and statistics in the book Garbology made me question my habits regarding waste. Realizing that the Midwest disposes 78% of its garbage into landfills and converts less than 1% of its energy into waste into energy makes me curious as to how we can improve on these statistics. Is there a plan? And if so, what is it? These are questions that I will be seeking the answers to after reading Garbology. Although societal pressures have contributed to the waste problem, it is each individual's responsibility to control the amount of waste we create. Eventually, if we keep going the way we are, we will run out of space for the waste we have created. We must find a way to minimize waste and also more effective and sanitary ways of handling the waste that we must create. Thank you again, Professor Willer and my classmates. Have a good night.